Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the fierce fight basically for the new Goku Black unit, the Red Goku Black unit. So this is the third fierce fight of the anniversary, and generally speaking the units have been, I would say, okay. I think Green Vegeta was a good free-to-play unit. I think Yellow Gohan was okay. I think the Green Final Form Cooler was pretty good. I think the Blue Android 13 was okay. So we're going to see how good this Red Goku Black is and kind of see if we can make him usable in PvP. But obviously, farming these free-to-play units is helpful for a lot of new accounts, a lot of free-to-play players, or just players in general who may be looking just for a boost unit, a bench unit, a decent third option. There's always a reason to grab these event exclusive units, so we should definitely give it a look. Now, obviously, in terms of fierce fights, it all follows a pretty straightforward procedure. There are 3 stages that you need to complete, and then once you've completed the first 3 stages, you will unlock the daily bonus stage, the equipment stage, and the challenge stage. In terms of the obtaining of Z power itself, you will get Z power by completing the first stage, or alternatively you can also do the hyperdimensional co-op, which is currently dropping Z power for Goku Black. However, if you're doing this event after the anniversary period, then the hyperdimensional co-op will not be dropping the Z power for Goku Black, and you're just going to have to farm it from completing his missions and doing his daily bonus event. Now, in terms of the missions for the stage or for this event, it's all fairly simple, stock standard kind of missions that you usually see and do with these fierce fight events. Raising his friendship, always one. A lot of people always say, how do I complete all the missions? Guys, when they say complete 9 fierce fight missions, this includes raising his friendship. So please, keep an eye out on that. Try and stay aware. Don't just, get too, how can I say, caught up in, trying to figure out exactly what to do. It's definitely, it's definitely pretty straightforward. Now, raising his friendship is pretty simple. You can use the Let's Fight event, you can use the friendship rank up event that's up temporarily from time to time, or during the anniversary you can use the final stage of the anniversary story event. All of these will help you raise the friendship of this unit pretty quickly. So if you're looking for ways to raise friendship, these are the best ways to raise friendship, and they're going to be pretty quick and pretty straightforward, at least from my perspective. Obviously, beyond that, there's not really anything else too much to say, if I can say anything at all. I think for the most part, it's a pretty straightforward kind of prep. So if you're wondering, beyond this point, it's a standard fierce fight. Obviously, I'll run you guys through all the procedures and all the stages and everything. But yeah, now if you are looking to complete all the missions in one go, you don't have to complete the first stage. You can go get Goku Black from Hyperdimensional Co-op, or alternatively you can use the Yellow Fierce Fight Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, and he'll also complete the Goku Black missions as well. The missions for these stages are usually fairly straightforward. Most of the time they just require you to, for example, use a Goku Black unit, to use 2 or less units. They want you to do switches, they want you to do vanishing steps, they want you to hit with special moves, they want you to use special skills. There's really not anything too crazy that you need to do, at least in terms of completing the stages. Most of the time it's fairly straightforward. Obviously, I would suggest that you complete the first stage, obtain the Red Goku Black, use the Red Goku Black, level up that Red Goku Black, soul boost that Red Goku Black, give him some equipment, and then stick him through it as well. I think that's really just the best way to process it. in terms of everything else, you know, there's nothing too crazy that you need to do. He doesn't have his own exclusive soul boosting material or anything like that, so it's fairly straightforward. So you need to complete these first 3 stages. Once you complete the first one, you'll obtain Goku Black, and then from there you can proceed, you know, with obviously completing his missions, leveling him, upgrading him, etc. We're going to jump back once we've completed the first 3 stages. As I mentioned, you can see all the missions here completed, same team, just switching in the Red Goku Black for the yellow Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, and honestly speaking, just not that difficult. Like I said, it's super straightforward procedure most of the time. Now obviously you will have completed some missions. You can claim these to get some equipment tokens or exchange tokens, and then you can use these to get equipment. Highly suggest you do this, as his equip is going to help him out. It's pretty good for him, and obviously you can use that to augment him a little bit when you take on some of these harder stages. But yeah, now you have 3 stages unlocked. The one at the top is the daily bonus stage. This will give you, you know, some big tokens every day. You want to complete this first because there are missions that relate to essentially completing, you know, this stage 3 times. So it's definitely something I would suggest you do. Just highly advisable, you know, basically to do so. Then beyond that, there's the middle stage, which is the equipment stage. This one is also one I suggest you do, as it gives you a way to farm his equipment without using equipment medals. And then finally, the last stage is the challenge stage. Now the challenge stage I cover in a separate video, always, as it's the stage I always get asked about, at least for most fierce fights or most events. It's always the challenge stage that, you know, kind of ends up being the one that people are always asking about or need help with, or, you know, just in general are struggling with. So it makes the most sense. Beyond that, there's really not anything too much to mention here. In terms of combat for the stages, there's no specific rocket science to the stages. In the equipment bonus stage, you can use a Rise and Rush, which is helpful. You know, you can Rise and Rush, which will allow you to finish the fight a bit easier, but there's not really anything too crazy there. And like I said, just in general, there's not this insane, you know, like premise behind these stages. You know, there's no crazy like understanding or skill required. It's not a mechanically different stage like hyperdimensional co-op or, you know, full power battles or anything like that. So it's just a relatively straightforward, simple, and predominantly relaxed stage. And of course, you know, everyone can struggle with these stages, so it's not to say that you shouldn't struggle. If you are having problems, sometimes the AI can give people, you know, some difficulties, and that's understandable. Then you maybe want to look at things like, you know, potentially switching up your gear, changing your team bonuses, and also just predominantly, I would say, you know, from my side, maybe looking at like, you know, investing a little bit more in the units, work on their equipment, you know, just farm some of his hyperdimensional co-op to get some of his Z power. You can do all of these things. Also, a couple tips: if you do vanishing step, open up with blast attacks. The AI don't generally vanish step blast attacks from a close range, so that usually is what I help. And then also, when the AI is just standing still, just stand still, take a breather, let your vanish engage, you reform. The AI tends to kind of have these moments of like, I don't know, lucidity, not being broken, whatever it is. So yeah, just don't panic too much and just relax, and you'll get there eventually. But yeah, that basically covers it. Obviously, again, we'll cover the challenge video in a separate video, which will be out relatively soon, or soon enough. And you know, yeah, beyond that, pretty much everything you guys need to know should be here. And we'll obviously see you guys in the next couple of videos. We'll take a look at Goku Black once I have him at 14 stars, much like I did with, you know, Vegeta. And I will eventually post for Gohan and Android 13 and Final Form, Cooler, and all those units eventually. But yeah, honestly, pretty straightforward process. Just have a good enough time, and if you've done a fierce fight before, you've been through the motions, so you shouldn't really have like a major issue with this. But yeah, if you do need any help, just let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you can farm his hyper or his Z power from the hyperdimensional co-op, so always remember that. But yeah, that's basically going to be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you can leave a like, and yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe, and just remember, please, to raise friendship. It's generally speaking the best way to go about these things. So yeah, but that's pretty much going to be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and obviously, as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.